Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward, and today we're going to be training shoulders using the 6x6 repetition method. And this is a continuation on with our whole 6x6 workout series that we're doing. So far we've trained chest and triceps, back and biceps, and now today we're going to do shoulders, and in my next video we're going to train legs, all using the 6x6 repetition method. And again, this is basically using 6 sets of 6 reps for each exercise with minimal rest. So we're going to shoot for a 15-second rest period between these 6 sets. So it's a very fast-paced workout, and you're going to get a lot of cumulative fatigue, and you're going to get an intense muscle pump as you perform these exercises with this high volume and short rest. So let's jump right into it, the 6x6 shoulder workout.
And to start things off, we're going to do the shoulder press. And this is a great mid-range compound exercise for the shoulders. Now in the video, I'm using the standing shoulder press, or also known as the military press. But you can do whatever shoulder press variation you like. It could be a dumbbell press, a seated press, machine press. I mean, just pick some shoulder press variation and perform 6 sets of 6 repetitions. Now the key with all these exercises is to keep your rest periods short. And to show you just how short these rest periods are, I'm actually going to videotape the rest periods. Something that is kind of boring in most workouts, but here it's good for demonstration purposes because it'll show you how to keep this very fast pace. So once you start an exercise, you can't go dilly-dallying and walking around the gym or chatting to your buddies or running off to the water fountain or any of that stuff. You have to stay focused on the exercise at hand. And once you complete all 6 sets of 6, then you can take a couple minutes rest and grab a sip of water or whatever. But once you start an exercise, it's like laser focus. You're going to just keep everything in perspective and get that exercise done with the allotted rest time. After the shoulder press, we're going to move on and do some side lateral raises. And again, same set and rep pattern, 6 sets of 6, keeping the rest period down to 15 seconds. And you'll find that with this workout, you're going to get a big, intense muscle pump throughout the shoulders because we're doing isolation exercises for all 3 heads of the deltoids. So start off with a compound move to work the overall shoulders. And now we're moving into an isolation exercise for the side delts with the side lateral raise. Now when you're choosing your starting weights for these exercises, you're going to have to be conservative. This is a lot harder than a traditional workout where you take a longer rest break in between sets. So a good general rule of thumb is to select a weight that you could normally do for at least 15 repetitions with good form. And that would be a good benchmark for your starting weight for your 6x6 workout program. And our next exercise is the front cable raise. And this is a great isolation exercise for the front deltoids. Now you could use dumbbells or a barbell for this exercise, but I like to use cables because you get a greater range of motion and constant tension on the deltoids at all times. So you notice that I'm actually straddling the cable here and lifting it up between my legs. Now, I know it sounds dangerous, but it's not that bad, especially if the wire on the cable is not frayed or anything like that. But again, just be careful that you don't hook your jubbly bits when you're bringing that cable up. But again, it is a great exercise because what happens is you get that tension right from the very start. So right at the bottom, you have constant tension all the way up to the top of the exercise. And this is something that you don't normally get with free weights because just the nature of free weights, you normally only get maximum tension at the top of the movement. Here you're getting the tension throughout the entire range of the motion. So again, it's a nice front raise variation. And after that, we're going to move on and do some face pulls for the rear delts and the upper back. And this is one of my favorite exercises for the rear delts because it allows you to handle relatively heavy weight for such a small muscle group, but you also get constant tension and a full range of motion. So it's a great exercise to include in your shoulder workouts to help balance out your shoulder development. And what you'll find with most people is the rear delts tend to be lacking. It's that area that kind of gets neglected, and very often the front delts are overworked in proportion to the rear delts. So always make sure to include some isolation work for your rear delts anytime you train your shoulders. And you can even do this exercise as part of a chest workout as well to kind of balance out the shoulder development that you get, because when you do a lot of pressing exercises, bench presses, flies, things of that nature, you're putting a lot of strain on the front delts and nothing on the rear delts. So it's good to keep things in balance and proportion by including lots of rear delt work. Moving on, we're going to do some work for the traps with the barbell shrug. Now, because the shrug is such a short range of motion, we're going to increase the repetitions to give us more time under tension. So rather than 6 sets of 6, we're going to do 6 sets of 10. Now, when you're doing shrugs, you may find that your grip is the limiting factor. It's probably going to be the weakest link here, and your hands are probably going to give out before your traps do. So if you find that's the case, then wearing lifting straps can help to prolong your grip strength. And I actually have a video posted there in the annotation to the side showing how to wear lifting straps, because it can be a little awkward, especially if you're new to lifting straps and you haven't used them before. So it's a tutorial video showing how to set up lifting straps and how to properly use them. And like I said, this may help you with your barbell shrugs in order to get maximum muscle stimulation in the traps without having your hands give out or risk dropping the barbell. And to finish off our shoulder workout, we're going to do the Bradford Press. And this is a unique shoulder press variation that's going to pump up your delts like crazy. And how it works is you're simply going to alternate pressing to the front and to the back of the head. And unlike a traditional shoulder press where you lock out in between each rep, we're going to keep the barbell moving and keep your elbows soft at all times. And this is going to maintain constant tension on the deltoids. So for this one, keep the weight light. In fact, I'm just using the empty barbell, and that's all I ever use, and just focus on increasing the repetitions. So shoot for about, say, 10 reps or more per set, and when you can complete all 6 sets of 10, then work on increasing the reps even higher. And again, it's a great finishing exercise for any shoulder workout, and it's also good as a warm-up exercise to do beforehand as well, because it helps to limber up the shoulders, loosen them up, and warm up the rotator cuff and all that. So you can use this as both a warm-up and a finishing move for your shoulder workouts. And it's a great one to help keep those shoulders healthy and mobile. So I'm a big fan of this exercise. Well, there you go. That is a complete shoulder workout using the 6x6 repetition method. Just to quickly recap, we did the standing barbell shoulder press for 6 sets of 6. Did the side lateral raises with dumbbells, did the front cable raise, the face pull for the rear delts, then we moved on to barbell shrugs for the traps, and finished off with the Bradford Press as a pumping exercise for the entire deltoids. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out the video description below because I have links to other 6x6 workout programs along with more information about the whole 6x6 training method. Now, if you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please feel free to post them in the comment section below, and I'll chat to you down there. And if you'd like to get some awesome old-school bodybuilding tips and tricks, then be sure to download a copy of the Vince Gironda program. This is a 334-page piece of bodybuilding history from one of the greatest trainers of all time, the Iron Guru, Vince Gironda. And this is the book that I'm currently reading right now, and I've literally been face and eyes into it. I mean, I just can't put it down because I've been enjoying it so much. And this isn't just another workout program, but rather it's an education into the way bodybuilding was back in the golden era, back in the pumping iron days. And it explains how the champs of yesterday trained and ate to build their classic physiques. I mean, it's pretty inspirational and fascinating information for any bodybuilding fan. It's one of those books that you can just get lost in. Once you start reading it, you won't want to put it down. It's that good. And right now, you can actually pick up a copy of this for yourself at a huge 50% discount over at www.vincegirondaprogram.com. And all you have to do is just click on the link that's right below this video clip and you'll get all the details.